We're the Doom Buddies. My name's Erin.
And I'm Kate,
And we're childless millennial Disney adults.
bringing you the hottest takes and the best tips and tricks.
So we're talking about D23 Expo and all of the new information that came out about the parks. And we'll give you all the juicy details, but also our own hot takes on it.
We have our ranking system, which is a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or a...
Oh, and again, as a caution, we use strong language and there's often adult themes. So if you don't want your kids around, you may not want to listen to our content in front of them. So, yeah. So let's get on it. D23, what is it?
D23 is like a fan club for Disney fans, and the expo is kind of where they just share updates about everything in the Disney company and what's going on. We're focusing on the announcements that they made for the theme parks.
Right. And also, too, I don't know if this year is the same or not, but sometimes they have it like a Comic-Con where people come in cosplay.
Right.
So I don't know if they did that this year.
They didn't. They actually changed the format. They're not having it as an expo really anymore. They're just having it as like a fan event.
Oh.
And they're not doing it as big. I don't know if that's going to be a forever thing, but it seems like this time it was just a like one and done thing.
Well, that's a thumbs down because as cosplayers, if you guys don't know what that is, basically Kate and I, we dress up as characters that we love and adore, and we do it as accurate as possible, and we go to conventions. And that was kind of on our bucket list.
It was.
So I'm a little sad about that. I was hoping that we would be able to do that as a con.
I'm sure maybe they will because again, it is such a big deal for the Disney fans to get to do that. Like there's no other con that's Disney focused.
Right.
Like that. So again, I'm not really sure on as we'll talk about in this video, I'm not really sure about the logistics, what the thought is behind a lot of these decisions that are being made.
So it's going to get a little salty and a little spicy.
Salty, a little spicy. Like we said, a lot of hot takes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, so we're going to start with Walt Disney World, and that's where the convention was this year.
Because it's usually in
Anaheim. And I believe they did do something like an expo in Anaheim, but it was in August. We didn't really hear too much about it, but a lot of the big news has been at this one.
Yep.
So we're going to start with Magic Kingdom. You can take the first one.
All right. The first thing they kind of let us get a sneak peek at was the new Lewis animatronic for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So that one is getting a big old thumbs up from us. We are super excited about the retheme of Splash Mountain. 10 out of 10. Couldn't agree more. Tiana deserves everything. She deserves the world and more.
She does.
I'm so excited. And the animatronic, just from the exoskeleton of it, looked
amazing.
So good. It's the technology they're gonna put on that ride, perfect.
Top notch. And it was in dire need of a retheme. And again, like, I don't know what could be better than having Tiana. I mean, we all know about the Song of the South's racist past, so why not make it better with Tiana? So that's a big thumbs up to us. Second one, Hatbox Ghost coming in November. You would think that we'd be happy about this, but
November?
We're giving it a nice big old bird, because why wouldn't you have it done for Halloween? Why? I mean, we know that this is a ride that is loved year-round, but it's
iconic, but it's a classic. It's an original, well, it's not an original Disney World ride, or a Disneyland ride, but it's a classic attraction.
Right.
So it's timeless.
Timeless. However, Halloween, it's the Haunted Mansion is coming out on a Disney Plus, and I think it's October 4th, and it is inherently Halloween. People dress up for, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
The Halloween parties at Disney World started in August.
So, come on. Like,
really,
it could have been done.
it could have been done. It easily could have been done. It's another thing they've talked about for years.
And when they did shut down the Haunted Mansion during the summer,
They
and people
did.
assumed that was because of the Hatbox Ghost, but something must have went wrong. So we're kind of mad about that. We're a little salty about that.
Very salty. That doesn't make any sense.
So cool that it's coming in November, I guess. But like,
we won't be there to see it, so
boo. All right, next one.
Next thing, there's going to be a Pirates themed lounge that was announced for Adventureland, which this one's going to get a mixed review from me. I'm gonna give it a thumbs down because Magic Kingdom does not have alcohol present for obvious reasons. They want it to be a very wholesome place. Even though the other theme parks do have many bars and alcoholic drink options available. Right. The whole point of being a pirate and having a tavern, to me, you would have to have drinks.
Right.
The theming will probably be amazing, but to me, it's a miss because you want some rum. You want a drink. That's me though.
For me, it's a thumbs up because I feel like that part of the Adventureland is in dire need of something else that kind of brings more guests to it, because I feel like, I mean, they have the show where Jack usually comes out, and they'll have, I guess at Mickey's Not So Scary, they're doing like a pirate band, which is cool, and they have like the turkey leg, but like they need something that's more of a vibe that gets people to stay in that area a little bit longer. So I think having that would be hopefully helpful in that way, and that people can stay in the theme of that land for a little longer, at least in that section.
I mean, Pirates is still like in my top of rides at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a diehard Pirates fan, but to me, it goes hand in hand. Pirates, rum, they're all on the ride. Drink up me hearties, yo ho, and it's like,
I mean, and
have some apple juice.
And Captain Jack Sparrow is like drunk all the time.
Exactly.
So
where does the rum go?
That was good. That was really good.
Why is there no rum at the Magic Kingdom?
Next one, the Country Bear Jamboree.
Yeehaw!
New songs and new acts. We're giving it a thumbs down. I mean, again, I guess there's a time and place for retheming things or reimagining things. And I think my dog is right here. When it comes to retheming or reimagining something, like, you have to be careful with the classics. And you know, even though we were happy about Splash Mountain going, you know, the Country Bears, like, I don't know, they could do a lot more work on the animatronics, which is going to be good if that's what they're doing. But it sounds like they're getting rid of, like, some of the things that we loved about it, which were some of the songs. And
songs, they're doing new songs and new acts.
Which I guess we'll find out what that is, but
they're probably going to make it less... I mean, it's a very weird attraction.
It is.
But that's what makes it kind of charming.
Right.
Is that it is so strange.
It is.
Like the one singing about the blood and
on
the saddle, and the girls singing.
But we like the girls.
All the guys that turn me on, turn me down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we've lived that life.
Like, I love that classic vibe to it.
So maybe they'll keep some of that, hopefully, and then maybe they'll try some new things. We'll see. But for now, we're giving it a thumbs down because
it's just not really necessary, I guess. And if you were gonna completely redo it, it's like you could have just put something else there.
Yeah.
But I don't want them to get rid of it because I like that it's classic.
Right.
I don't know.
So that's kind of like a thumbs down, but maybe you could convince us otherwise. All right, next one.
Okay, yeah. So they teased a while back. I don't remember what event it was at, but
I don't know. Was it last year's expo?
It might have been.
I feel like it was last year's expo.
I think it was. They teased this at last year's expo. A possible expansion behind Thunder Mountain at Magic Kingdom. And originally they had teased that it could have like an Encanto or
Disney
Disney
villains.
villains area, and they're saying it's going to be the biggest expansion of Magic Kingdom ever.
Wasn't even there like a graphic of Turnabog?
Yeah,
So
there was like a creepy dark castle, and
right,
like you could see him kind of creeping over it. That for me would be a big old thumbs up.
Yeah,
We're repping our villains today. They've always had rumors about a villain's land or a villain's park.
Send it. Honestly, that would be amazing. And
you could do so
much with that. And more meet and greets. Come on. Why does Disneyland have all the good meet and greets?
Disneyland has the iconic Evil Queen who slays all day, every day.
She's my favorite.
She's sass, my favorite. The shade.
Yeah.
We need that. We need more characters. And everyone loves the villains. It's good to be bad.
Exactly. So, I mean, we love that idea. We'll see.
Again, it's just a
speculation.
Oh, we're thinking of expanding, and this is what we could do. So it's a lot of like maybe, but
we think that in order to keep up with Epic Universe and what Universal's doing, I think that Disney is putting out all of this stuff, but we're not entirely sure if like it's going to come to fruition. Yeah, it might just be empty words.
Yeah,
so
they really do be throwing out all these ideas, getting you super excited, and then it doesn't happen, or it keeps getting pushed back, or it just isn't what you thought it was going to be. So
yeah,
I'm gonna have to wait and see.
Wait and see. That's like the theme of everything right now. All right, so moving on to Epcot. So this was just announced that Asha from the new Wish movie is coming as a meet and greet in Epcot. So love that. I've seen only a few previews of that movie, but it looks incredible. She looks. Oh, yeah. Thumbs up for sure. Again, we were talking about meet and greets. We love meet and greets.
Yes.
And she's going to be amazing.
They actually showed her.
Yeah, I saw. She looks beautiful.
Super cute.
So again, like we love that to me, just to kind of get on a little soapbox, I feel like Disney is remaking all of these classics or all of these movies that have been done that are already really good. And it's really unnecessary. And they flop, obviously. So having an original character that is representative of the POC, like having a new character that people can look up to, that people can see as we did with the princesses that we grew up with, like that is what this franchise so desperately needs. Like,
well, they did so well when they introduced like characters like Tiana,
Moana,
Mirabelle, Isabella. All of those are new characters, and people love them.
Right.
Like, they need to stick with that, and I think that's where this is headed. Hopefully, that's where this is headed.
Yes, I think that hopefully they'll see that this is the direction they should be taking in total. Because I don't need to see a remake of Moana. I don't need to see a remake of Snow White when the girl just doesn't even give a shit about being Snow White. Like,
so bad.
It's ridiculous. And these movies are flopping and Disney's losing money. Like,
and it's very obvious why it's flopping. Like you said, it's totally unnecessary to retell a classic story. Like, it's a classic. Boop, done. Like, now let's do another.
Move on. Something new. That's what we want. So that's a thumbs up for us.
Thumbs up.
Next one.
So this next one, World Celebration at Epcot is opening in December, and this sounds exciting, right?
It sounds exciting.
It's really for me, it's going to be a thumbs down.
Same.
Just because it's literally just landscaping. It's the area between the entrance of the park that leads you into what used to be Future World, and they just are revamping it. They're adding a lot of new, like, trees and plants and fountain. Like, it's beautiful from the concept art, and I'm sure it'll be beautiful for pictures. And
we love pictures.
We're getting our new Walt
statue
with him sitting with Mickey. So that's
that'll
cool.
be good.
But again, like, why are you acting like this is like a big thing to be excited about? Like, they're like, this
Yeah.
is a milestone in Epcot's progress.
I mean, it's
like a park.
Yeah, nothing that we're like all that excited about.
Like, I don't know why that's worthy of an announcement.
Yeah. I mean, they could have just done it and we would have been like, woo, probably
it's
more
so pretty.
excited. Yeah, than them being like, wow, look at this. And yeah. The next one, Moana meet and greet, accompanied by the opening of the Journey of Water. So we like to call the Journey of Water Te Fiti's bidet because that's what it is. It's literally all like
it's a splash pad.
It's a splash pad. It's a glorified splash pad.
It's a fountain. It's literally water fountains and tropical theming. I mean, Te Fiti is gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Beautiful
She's
for pictures.
stunning.
The detail work that they did in the rocks, beautiful. But like, not that we want to shit on everything, and it sounds like that's what we're doing, but you look at what they're doing at like Disney Shanghai and Disney Hong Kong.
Read my mind. I was going to say the same thing.
With literally Arendelle and the Frozen universe, and like they had an opportunity to make this Moana thing. Like they could have made it like a log flume, like
a dark ride mixed with like a Small World
or Avatar, the Navi River. Like, oh my God. Like, give us something like that. It's just so much I feel like they could have done with it. And, like, it just seems to come very short of what we thought it could be. So, which is sad because Moana deserves, I think, more than that.
Right, yes. It is, again, another, could be a timeless tale with a POC character. And, that story is beautiful. The message is beautiful. The music is beautiful. Like,
I know. I don't know.
Here you go. You get a water fountain. It's like
a
Tangled.
Bidet.
Here you go. Tangled. You get a bathroom.
Oh, God. I hate that, too. Oh, man. Okay. Before we dwell on that too long.
All right. So they also announced the new nighttime show for Epcot called Luminous, The Symphony of Us. New fireworks show coming December 5th.
Very nice.
We're going to give that one a
thumbs up. We don't know. Obviously, Harmonious was spectacular.
I loved Harmonious.
Oh, man. Like, when we were celebrating the 50th the last 2 years, we loved Harmonious. We would get there early to get a really good spot. That show was... Oh, it had us in tears. We liked it more than the 50th show at Magic Kingdom.
We did. We really did.
It was beautiful. And just the barges that they had with all of the ornate, like, fountains coming off it and the lights and the laser shows and the fire. Like, I don't know how they could top that. If they can top that or make it at least close. Oh.
Well, I just loved it. Like, it's harmonious. It was Disney songs in the country that they came from's native language mixed with the English version, and like that's what Epcot is about, right?
Right.
So like that was just beautiful,
gorgeous,
like,
just amazing.
And then they like mixed this. I'm gonna like cry right now.
I know.
They like mixed the songs together, so you're hearing like Hunchback and Hercules and Mulan, and it's just like like so powerful. And then the message at the end was saying like, we all relate through music, through song. And
oh my
gosh. So I'm really hoping I'm sure it will follow along that same like message. But I know that the barges were an eyesore during the day. People didn't like
people didn't like
they were just like hanging out in World Showcase Lagoon.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I get that. It didn't bother me that much because I knew how much I loved the show, so I didn't care. But I guess I could see people saying that.
I did, and even before that, I loved Illuminations. I literally have a We Go On tattoo. That show was incredible.
The globe, oh my gosh, yeah, that was... So, if they could I don't know. We're pretty easy to please when it comes to that stuff. You got to have the right music. You got to
Music.
have a good
It's
story.
music and story. Yep.
Yeah, to bring it all together. If you can get a tear out of our eyes, which is
And
very easy for me.
That's not hard to do.
Yeah. Okay, next one. They are reimagining Test Track for the third time, inspired by World of Motion, the old dark ride from the OG Epcot. So some of you might not remember that ride. I definitely went on it when I was a little kid, but my memory of it is very, very bad. So
I know that I never went on it.
oh, okay.
I
am older than you.
It was not around when I went to Epcot for the first time. But obviously, being a Disney fan, I have done my research and I've seen what it is, and it looks pretty cool. We love a dark ride.
So I'm wondering how they're going to, I guess, put those two opposite things together, because Test Track, the first, imagineering of it was we were crash test dummies going on this ride and they're testing the car. And then this second one was revamped where you create your own car and you can, test out your own design, which I thought was pretty cool.
I'm putting it in quotes because it's lame.
I like it personally. But I just don't understand what they're going to do to merge the two things, because
it's like they're merging the past and the future.
I guess.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know.
I really don't know.
I don't know.
But I know that for me personally, I'm giving this a thumbs up.
Yeah, me too.
Because I don't like the version that it is now, and I would skip it. I will not wait in line for that ride. And I liked the first version, and I would love to see this version not exist anymore.
I just hate the music in it.
Oh my
god!
It's hold music. It's like hold music.
But when you're in there for hours, over an hour, it's like you want to bash your head against the freaking wall.
I want to be a crash test dummy with no seatbelt,
yeah,
so that I can die.
Just crash and die. Anyways, so we'll see, as that develops, what that's going to look like.
Oh my god, best news ever. They, starting literally actually today, as this is being filmed, September 10th, Figment is a character that you can meet and greet with at the Imagination Pavilion, which is, it's right after you get off the ride where Joy and Vanellope were. I think Joy's still there, though.
Joy's still there. Vanellope's gone.
Vanellope's gone. Figment replaced her, which, okay, that's fine. Figment is the love of my life. I love him so much. Everyone in the world loves him. And
he's a classic.
Everyone's been waiting for this since they announced it again years ago. I still would love if it would have been the Dreamfinder with the Figment puppet, because that's iconic. But now that the Dreamfinder is no longer a thing, R.I.P., we love Figment. Everyone still loves Figment, and getting to get a big old hug from him will
be awesome.
Cure my depression.
And honestly, I think the first day today, it was 5-hour wait to see him, and which is insane.
He's a superstar.
He is. He makes our dreams come true.
He's so cute.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, last one for Epcot is Soarin'. We'll have the Soarin' over California. I don't know.
Overlay.
Yeah, overlay. For a limited time, starting September 22nd. I say thumbs down. I mean, I like the Soarin' over the world way better.
I think this is where this is an unpopular opinion.
Oh, really?
A lot of people prefer the California version.
No way.
For whatever reason.
I mean, I remember liking it. I did.
Yeah.
They had it originally.
Yeah.
And then they changed it, but I loved the change. I don't know.
It made more sense to me thematically.
Yep.
If you're in Florida, why are you soaring over California? And being at Epcot, which is a place about the world, made sense to fly over the world.
Right. I agree. So I'm I'm a little sad about that. On our trip, we're gonna have that, but
yeah, it's limited time only. But
so
like,
it's not the worst. It's not the worst thing.
it's not a forever thing. But when we're going, like, I would prefer to see the other version.
Me too.
But like with Ben, your boyfriend,
he's never done it.
He's never seen that version, so it's cool that he gets to experience it.
Yeah,
and other people who, if it was their favorite, good for them.
Yeah. So that's it for Epcot. Next thing is Animal Kingdom, which is Kate's favorite.
I love Animal Kingdom. Too bad they're totally ruining it.
Yikes. Starting with the first thing they're ruining.
Oh my god. Okay, so, and again, this is probably an unpopular opinion, but It's Tough to Be a Bug show is being replaced with Zootopia.
And that's obviously a big...
That's actually a big old... Honestly, it really is, because...
No, it is. It's...
Again,
I mean, I feel like the theming makes more sense because you're traveling to the base of the tree.
The tree of life.
And you go in there and, like, you turn into a bug. Like, they have that theming where it's like, oh, you're going under the tree to...
the antennas.
Yeah. And, like, yeah, of course, animatronics need a little bit of work. Again, they could just revamp that. But, like, the music, like, we love having the bugs crawl up our ass at the end. We love the stinger in our spine.
I love it.
But
I love the
best thing is...
The best thing is when Hopper calls the Black Widows to come and web up the audience, and these spiders come hanging down from their webs from the ceiling, and the kids cry. The kids scream. Bloody murder, and we laugh. And at least one kid has to get taken. Yeah, and everybody's like blinded because they open the door and the Florida sun comes shining through, and everyone's like, ah!
I mean, I think it's just great how they torture us, and
it's so funny because nobody expects it.
No one does.
It starts out like such a cute little, like, I'm Flick from A Bug's Life, and we're going to teach you about bugs. And wow, this is the stink bug, and she's going to fart in your face. Like, wow, look at these bugs are so cool. And then it's your worst nightmare. It's bees are stabbing you in
your back.
And
you're getting swatted with a fly swatter.
Yeah, oh my gosh, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's like, funny. Like, it's the kind of, I feel like maybe it's the kind of humor that like we like, and other people don't get it, or it's too scary.
But, like, that was the thing in the 90s, though.
That's how it was.
Like, you think about the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids thing. That scared the shit out of me, too, when they had the mice come out, and they were crawling under your legs. But, like, come on! Like, that's so fun. Like, who doesn't want to be... I mean, maybe that's why we like HHN. We like to be scared.
That's true.
So we're sad about that. Like, that's a big, like...
And it really was a good implementation of using the 4D show system, like with having the 3D glasses, and then you had actual animatronics, which the Hopper animatronic was cool.
Was so cool.
When he hops out of the wall. And when he works, let's just say when he works. And like having the smells and the sprays and the little bugs that crawl on your ass at the end, like it was cool.
You're like,
immersive. Like, I love that, and I don't know what they would do with Zootopia, so it's hard for me to envision like what they would do with that.
I mean, we were talking about this. I like Zootopia. I genuinely enjoyed that movie. I love it. Again, though, like, why can't you just make room for new things to come into play? Like,
well, this is where we can piggyback because of the next topic.
Yes. The next one is that they are considering Encanto and Indiana Jones to reimagine Dino Land. They claim it will be the tropical Americas. So, I mean, I love Encanto. I love Indiana Jones.
Yeah, same.
But what does it have to do with animals? Like, why don't you take, like, that busted, crusted dino... What is it? Something Twirl-A-Whirl. break that down and make that Zootopia something.
Well, that's why I was saying when we piggyback here, like they had said that area was going to be Zootopia, and like again, I love Animal Kingdom and I love the dinosaur ride, Dino Land.
Yes.
Lame, but like the dinosaur ride, like
it needs to stay.
Should stay.
It's got to stay.
So like it made like to make it like a Zootopia area, like that's cool. That's fine. But Encanto and Indiana Jones literally have nothing to do with it.
Nothing. So if you're replacing it, at least make it with a theme. Like, the only thing I can think of is that in Encanto, Antonio talks with animals. Yeah. But, like, he's not even a main character in the show that much. I mean, in the movie. So I just don't, I feel like it's reaching, and I feel like...
I want to know what Joe Rohde thinks.
Yeah.
I want to know what Joe Rohde thinks.
I know, right?
Because this is his baby. When Animal Kingdom first came around, again, I'm going to preach about it because Animal Kingdom's my favorite park. I used to work there. The whole point of it was not to be a zoo, but to just be a place where you are with the natural world. And you get to explore and learn about animals that are in today's world and in the past being dinosaurs, and at one point they had said even the mythological beings of the world, like dragons and unicorns and fantasy
avatars
creatures. Right. And that is a great theme for me. I don't know if that makes sense. And
it does.
To start bringing in things that don't have anything to do with that, like what is the point? Like, you are taking the message of the park and throwing it out the window.
Exactly. Like, stick with at least what the foundation of the park is. You can add Zootopia, but like do it in a way that works with the theme and keep the dinosaurs. If you have enough money to make these things into something totally different, why can't you revamp the dinosaurs? Why can't you make them better? Why can't you make it cooler? Why can't you create more things that have to do with dinosaurs? Like, I don't know. Why can't you fix the goddamn Yeti? Like, why? Like, take the money and use it for the things that are loved. Like, come on. You can't take Dr. Seeker out of there.
I love him.
Come on.
That's definitely not our dino.
Flash photography? I wouldn't.
It alters the honing signal.
And that's not good. See?
Seatbelts.
Quotable.
Use them. It can get a little bit rough out there.
They can't take that. They just can't take that ride from us. And we will be very, very upset if they do.
And they're gonna. Watch them.
I don't know. So we'll figure it out. It says it was considered, so it's not a thing yet. I just come up with something better. Like, give us a reason to say that, oh, okay, like, that makes sense. Like,
make it make sense.
Make it make sense. All right, we could talk about that forever. So, moving on to my favorite park, Hollywood Studios. Woo!
Well, why don't you do this one?
I will do this one. So, Star Tours is getting Ahsoka next spring. So she's going to be, one of the, I guess, cameos that shows up in the ride.
She'll probably be like flying with you,
yes.
or next to you,
yes.
or
one of those,
or one of the scenes from the show,
or like the hologram that's like, we're looking, or you need to protect the
Rebel Spy.
Yeah, the Rebel Spy. I love that ride.
It's a good ride.
I love that ride.
Such a good ride. It really is. And when you get picked as the Rebel Spy, you be like on cloud 9 all day.
Yeah. And clearly I love Star Wars. So
I would have never guessed.
And
you made like a Yoda sound when you did that.
I did. But I also love the new Ahsoka series, and I just adore her. So
but
that's
I wish
gonna be
that
cool.
she was coming herself.
Yes,
I'm sure she will.
Hopefully, I mean, if they ended up bringing the Mandalorian, hopefully they'll bring her. So that's a thumbs up for me, dude.
That's a thumbs
big
up.
old
I'll
thumbs
give it
up.
a thumbs up too.
And yeah, hopefully in the future, because Disneyland just got Hera. So, like, come on, bring it to Disney World. We crave those meet and greets.
We really do. Our character meet and greets and interactions are totally different than what they do at Disneyland. And I get it because it's Disney World is more busy. It's more chaotic as far as the people who go there. Disneyland has a lot more of a chill vibe where the characters kind of roam around and they can just do their own thing. But like at Disney World, it's like you got to be in a line.
Yeah.
And
okay, so Disneyland.
yeah,
There was not many announcements for Disneyland, but
this one is pretty exciting. So they had already announced that there was a new ride being added to Avengers Campus, but at this show they released what the ride vehicles look like.
ooh,
So this is the multiverse ride that's going to have King Thanos as like the main villain, and it's going to be the multiverse. So they're going to be pulling characters and storylines from all over the Marvel universe. And the vehicle is cool, and it kind of reminds me of like the Spider-Man at Universal ride vehicles or like Transformers. I feel like it'll kind of be like that, but I've also heard that it might be like how Rise of the Resistance is like a trackless.
Oh, cool.
Like
and Ratatouille.
Like yeah.
Cool. That'll be sick.
You know, there's not really many details that they gave on it, but we'll give that one a thumbs up. I like Marvel, and I'm really excited to go to Avengers Campus someday.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. That's definitely on our list. We've been WDWers for a long time. I think I've only been to Disneyland once.
I've never been.
And no shade to it. We really want to go to it. I think it's just easier for us to get there from where we are.
It is.
And so it's on our list. We will be going.
I'll say soon. I'll
soon.
throw it out there.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, last thing, Disney Cruise Line. They are creating another ship in Singapore called the Disney Adventure. Thumbs up.
We love the Disney Cruise Line.
We do, and well, you know, I've liked it from afar because I've never been on one, but that's another thing we're gonna do. I just can't wait to do that. I hear that Disney Cruise Lines are just miles above the competition. So
from experience, yes. I've only been on one, and I've only been on one other cruise. And no shade, they're different vibes for different people, but the Disney cruise is like having theme park quality on a cruise ship. It's
love that.
Another Disney Cruise Line announcement. They announced that they have another private island, a new private island called Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point. And they had some concept art, and it looked beautiful.
Wow.
Because Castaway Key is beautiful. Like, it's got those white sand beaches and this crystal clear water. Like, it's so nice. Oh my gosh. And they have, on Castaway Key, they have soft serve ice cream, like serve yourself. And it's vanilla and it has cookie dough in it.
Oh.
All you can eat.
Yeah, that's got to be a thing. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff I don't know about the Disney Cruise Line, but I am excited to expand my knowledge on that. So that's basically all the announcements that we had for D23. Sadly, like I said, it's not like we want to shit on the Disney company. We love Disney. Obviously, we're Disney adults. But I just think that I'm not sure if they're just making some of these decisions as a rush decision in competition for Epic Universe, because Epic Universe is going to be pretty freaking...
It's literally epic.
Yeah. And I think they're trying to kind of scramble and figure out ways to make the Disney people happy. And, you know, while some things I think they are doing a good job in, but I also don't know what they're thinking with some of these other things.
I think for me, it just really bothers me to see the things that they're doing at every other park. Whether it's the U.S. park in Disneyland in California, or it's Paris, or it's Hong Kong, Shanghai, Tokyo. You sit there and you see these things that they're making that are just unreal. They're like
gorgeous.
Seeing Arendelle and the Peter Pan, like Neverland thing that they're doing, and the Tangled boat that, and the Beauty and the Beast ride that they made, and how Pirates at the one park in Asia, I don't remember which one it is. It's just insane. And if they can do that there, I know it would take time and I know it would take money, and they don't want to have to close things down because it's going to piss people off that are going there on vacation, but like, you can do it.
100%.
And if you can do it, and we've seen it, like, you gotta, like, it's like, I'm like complaining, like,
well,
it's
I mean,
like first world problems, you know, like, I just am I'm honestly jealous. Like, I want to see those things.
Yeah.
They're so beautiful. And
which is like a bucket list thing for us, which is a good thing. But I think you and I were talking about it, and I think it comes down to the fact that, like we said, people in America don't seem to appreciate or take care of things the way that other people do in other countries. I mean, we literally were watching a podcast yesterday. Mm-hmm. What's her name? I want to make sure I give her.
It was the Man Fam.
Yeah. And she was just saying that Cinderella's horse on the merry-go-round is gone because it is constantly damaged.
People ruin everything.
People are sitting in the fucking fountains in Epcot. People are sitting on the gravestone area near the Haunted Mansion. Like, this is why they don't spend money on... That's what, the only thing I can come up with is because people are fucking trash.
Yeah.
And, like...
They're not respectful in a way that they would be at like you said, in these other cultures.
In these other countries and
like
cultures.
In Tokyo, when there's fireworks or a parade, people sit. Like, you sit. And then there's an area for people to sit, and there's an area for people to stand. And people are respectful of other people's views and their personal space. Could you imagine?
Not here.
Could you imagine?
No, I can't. And I think that is probably a big reason why we don't get these beautiful masterpieces, because
it would be like trashed in
a second. Yeah. Again, I just think that, I mean, if you guys are watching this and you get offended by stuff we're saying, it's true. I mean,
I'm not making it up. Like, I literally worked there, so I can say what I can say from that point of view.
The stuff that cast members have to deal with there, I mean, we've seen it firsthand. Like, the disrespect that people get, the things that people do to the property. Like, I mean, it's no wonder they don't want to spend money on doing such beautiful projects like this. So,
take what you can get, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, in the end, it's not the end of the world. We can definitely go to these places when we save up enough money to do so. But, maybe in the future, Disney will think more about, the things that the fans want and the things that are working and the things that aren't working. And they shouldn't just kind of take a shot in the dark and like, hey, like, this is a popular thing and Condo's popular, so why don't we just put it in Animal Kingdom and not think about the whole base of...
But yet they have a Mirabelle meet and greet at Magic Kingdom.
That makes more sense to me. I don't know. So, I guess in conclusion, we will see how things play out, but we wanted to bring it to you guys as fast as we could so that you didn't have to read up on all of it, by reading articles and that, and kind of get our hot takes on it, because, we like to think we're Disney connoisseurs.
Yeah, for sure.
So, well, thanks for spending time with us, guys. Like and subscribe, and follow us on all our socials.
Till next time.
Till next time. Have a magical day.